What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Here I got you guys another video. We are going to put power steering in our K-swap. I gotta tell you guys, manual racks are no fun. That's why we're going to replace it with this nice Acura Integra steering rack. So the Integra rack is pretty much a direct fit for our chassis. I already tried it on. It fits in perfectly. So here it is, guys. We're going to replace our manual rack with this Acura Integra unit. Brand new. We got some new tie rods to go with it. And I gotta show you guys something. So as some of you might already know, the EG, there's not a lot of space under the hood to mess around with power steering. I tried to get the smaller pulley for our pump, but I don't know, I wasn't able to find it. I guess it's discontinued or something like that. But with the smaller pulley on the power steering pump, you should be able to clear the hood without cutting it. So after doing a lot of research with the clearance problem I encounter with the hood, I found this pretty awesome bracket that bolts the steering pump where the AC compressor is supposed to go in the engine, so it doesn't, you don't have any more clearance issues anymore. It literally puts the pump out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. The kit also comes with a couple of hoses, and it's actually pretty simple. We got the pump, steering reservoir, and our steering rack, and that should be all of it. So I think that kit for me was at least the best option, because I definitely don't want to cut the carbon fiber hood. So I'm really excited, guys, about having power steering in the swap. That, at least for me, that means more street driving, more streetable. So that's one of the main goals with the project. So here I have the Integra steering rack all good to go. I went ahead and put the tie rods too, and I pretty much just measured the old steering rack from tie rod to tie rod and made this one the same length. So that should put us in the ballpark within alignment, I think, and we'll see. It will for sure probably need to be aligned, but we'll start there. I'm currently waiting on the steering U-joint that connects with the steering column, because in the Integra steering rack, the shaft that comes out to mate with the steering column is bigger than the EG, so we need to get a U-joint from an Integra also to be able to mount it. So that should be in the mail pretty soon. So here it is. We finally got the last piece to put our steering rack together. We got this from the land of the used parts, and we got a 94 to 01 Acura Integra steering column coupler. Now with this piece, we should be able to mate our Acura Integra steering rack to our EG steering column. Well, I think our steering rack is ready to go in. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we gotta go inside and make sure a coupler matches and goes in. Here it is, guys. We're all hooked up on the steering rack. I put in the tie rods, hook up the tie rods. Also, I got new upper control arms, and I did the same on the other side. Got our tie rod ready to go. Upper control arms are ready. Nothing is really torqued down in the suspension. I'm waiting to put the axles and stuff, and after all of that is completed, then we can torque everything down. But I think from here, next step will be to put the pump on the engine and run our lines. So here we got the power steering pump, the accessories that we're gonna be mounting. Our mounting location is gonna be down here. Let's see how it fits. Here we have one of the attachments for the pump is already on. We just gotta put the other one on. So here we are. Attachments are in. I actually had to take the pump out of the bracket because with the pump in, this bolt over here that bolts to the block won't go in. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the bracket first. Then we're gonna go ahead and throw in the pump and see what it's gonna look like. Not bad for the location so far. I was afraid for a second. I didn't think it was gonna fit and clear stuff, but it looks like it's gonna work pretty good in there. Now we just gotta find out the proper belt for it and get it running. So here we are, a bunch of days later. I finally hooked up our power steering pump. I got all the hoses hooked up. I went ahead and just cut this little bracket to support our reservoir. It's pretty stable in there. So I got our hoses going from the reservoir to the pump, and then they route around all the way to our Integra steering rack. And the most lucky thing of all, I had this brand new belt laying around. I don't even remember when I got it. It was with one of the engines I bought for the car. Anyhow, I was like, let me go ahead and try it on. And like Cinderella, like it worked. If you're interested, here's the part number for it. So there it is, guys. As simple as that for our power steering system. All we have to do left is fill it with fluid and try it out. And of course, check for leaks. There might be a few, but we'll see. So here we are a couple hours later. We're all topped off with fluid. I went ahead and while it was on the air, I moved the steering wheel all the way from left to right. That will build some pressure in the system and prime it as well. So all we have left to do is finally turn the car on and see if our power steering system works. But for now, that's gonna be all, guys. Hopefully our hose doesn't explode. So on that note, if you got something out of it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.